All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham,
Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. And the elect begins with the 144,000. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah. Bahasham is in the name. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The Rakakwadash, which is the Holy Spirit. I'm the brother I want me to join with.
Badia.
And we're the brothers of the Great Millstone Chicago camp. Coming back at you, brothers and sisters of the hopeful righteous elect of the household of faith with another lesson. And Lord willing, we hope this lesson is edifying. We're just going to simply entitle this lesson, not every friend is a friend and not every brother is a brother. Because ultimately we have agents and spies amongst us that's ultimately trying to spy out our liberties. They're trying to see what type of information they can get out of you. Things of that nature, man. This is the time that we're living in, man. You can't be quick to credit an individual, to bring them to their circle all because you think he's a cool guy or things of that nature, man. We have to try the spirit by the spirit. But this is the book of Sirach 6. And I'm going to start at 7. It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. Right. So whether it be individuals across the line, even individuals, amongst the camp, man, you have to ultimately prove these individuals, man, to see if they're of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. A person may, like I said, a person may seem cool, you listening, things of that nature, but ultimately you don't know if this individual is a cop or a spy, or whatever the case may be. You test this individual's character out, man, to see if he's sincere. It says, and be not hasty to credit him. You all of a sudden, 2 days pass by, you ultimately, shaking hands with the guy, inviting him to a gatherings or whatever the case may be, man.
I got one real quick to back you up, and this is in Sirach chapter 19 and verse 4. Sirach 19 and 4, and it says, he that is hasty to give credit is light-minded, and he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul. So, if you're quick to credit somebody that's, as being light-minded, like the brother said, you got to try them by the word. That the word is what discerns the hearts and the, discerner of the thoughts and the hearts of man, roughly paraphrasing.
It says, basically, discern between those that serve the Lord and them that serve them not.
Okay.
Because like I said, you have a lot of individuals that's basically around for their own gain at the end of the day. But going back to the Sirach 6 real quick. Sirach 6 and let me see. I like that. Sirach 6 and 8, it says, for some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Right, so some man is a friend in thy own occasion. So all of a sudden you might be a brother that have certain resources and things like that. You might have a little bit of money, you might have a car and things of that nature, man. And all of a sudden that runs out, no longer you're not making the same amount of money as you used to. Your car broke down, over the case may be, and all of a sudden these individuals are not around, because like I said, you have a lot of individuals that's basically a part of this truth for their own game, man. Some individuals is here for the food, some individuals here because, he's a cool brother, but not really here, to ultimately to receive the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So ultimately some man is a friend in his own occasion, seeing what they can get up out of you. It says, verse 9, it says, there's a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. It says, verse 10, I like that. It says, again, some friend is a companion at the table. It will not continue at the day of thy affliction. So all of a sudden you're going through it now. And these individuals is nowhere to be found, man. Even people of the world, right? I'm going to give a quick example. I had a situation that happened not too long ago, a passing of a family member or whatnot. I went to go pay my respects. All of a sudden, this individual, my family members dies, and all of a sudden the friends ain't nowhere to be found. How much more in the truth, man? You like I said, you have individuals that might come up to the camp, seeing what you have, and ultimately, all of a sudden, when you going through these different things, where you don't have it like you used to, man, these people ain't nowhere to be found, man. You had some.
Yeah, it just remind me of that parable Yahweh Shai gave, the parable where
I was just thinking about that.
you invite the ones who can't pay you back.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't have the internet right now, so it's kind of hard to grab that.
Yeah, even I'll give you another example, right? You can compare it to this. How ultimately how Yahweh Shai, basically multiplied the fish and the bread, and ultimately those individuals was there to ultimately get fed. Because they seen the miracles that Yahweh Shai can do. They wasn't there for the word, and ultimately when that, when ultimately when they was fed, they was full, they left. You know, and the individuals, the multitude that ultimately came to eat and ultimately to be fed by Yahweh Shai, man. Ultimately, these individuals nowhere to be found, man. They left, you know. But if you ain't had none, I got some real quick. Let me grab this. This is the book of Jude 1:4. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the Lord Yahweh our Slakia." It says, denying the only Lord Yahweh and our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Right? Some men crept in unawares, man. Like I said, you might have an individual, that you might not know too well. This individual could what? Can be a spy, can be a cop. And the same things was going on back then, man. That's why that Sirach 6 says what? Ultimately to prove a friend, to be not hasty to credit him. Because even in the camps today, man, there is someone, starting with the elders and apostles on down, man, we teach in every major city here in America, man. There is somebody, and whatever the camp may be, there is a spy, that's ultimately trying to spy out our liberties, man, to see what type of information they can get out of us, man. That's why you can't be hasty to credit nobody, man. You really try the spirit by the spirit to see if they're of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, because what? You have a lot of people that's in it for their own game, man, whether it be for filthy lucre, whether they for money, whatever the case may be, man.
I got one. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Because we're in the midst of wolves, man. We're behind enemy lines. Can't be as in malice be children, but in understanding be men.
You can actually continue in that.
It says, verse 17, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues."
Yep, it says, beware of men, they will deliver you up to the councils, because what? Ultimately, we're coming into the time of persecution, man. And these different individuals that's basically pretending themselves to be prophets, man. You got the garments on, got the nice garments on, in fact, they can ultimately disguising themselves as a humble brother, because it's a such thing called fake humble, man. Ultimately a brother coming to camp saying Shalom and Khan and no Salakia, getting the basic Hebrew words down, and all of a sudden when persecution come, man, hey, they the first ones to deliver you up, man. He said he's doing this and that. That's why we can't be hasty to credit these individuals, man. Just because a brother wears a garment, got the border of blue on, he's a super Israelite, man, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, basically what? Ultimately, just because a brother, a so-called brother or friend is doing this, man, doesn't mean they're a brother or a friend. But you got it out.
Kind of says verse 18, "And you shall be brought forward before governors and kings for my sake and for a testimony against them and the Gentiles."
Right, because I had watched the video that the brother Kodar had put in the room or whatnot. How ultimately was basically a spy agent by the name of, what's that, GMS Somalia, yeah, basically saying you can Lord will not just post the link into the video that we get done doing, but ultimately an individual you can see the comments that he basically posted, man. He's trying to put the ministry at blame, man. That's what a lot of these guys are trying to do, man. They're ultimately trying to blame the ministry. That's why we can't ultimately bring everybody into our circle, man. Because ultimately a lot of these guys are cops, FBI agents, whatever the case may be, being paid a good buck by Esau, they playing a part, essentially, But Khan, you had something else? I'm good. Get this real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 9:4. It says, "Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders." Right, so ultimately, when this so-called brother or friend see you in your lowest, man, they finna say like, yeah, I see him, I can see him, I can get him right here. Because ultimately, we're supposed to be, using some discernment. Because these guys that, calling themselves brothers, that's ultimately, trying to infiltrate the truth, as I read in that Jew, some crept in unawares, and they're trying to see what they can get out of you too, man. They're using discernment on the left-hand side, man, seeing what they can get out of you. You're like, yeah, he's slipping up right there, he said this. Just know these other individuals that's on the other side of the line, things of that nature that's watching, they're keeping note too, man. That's why we have to ultimately, be aware of the people that we bring around us, man. I'm gonna read this again. Jeremiah 9:4 says, "Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders, right? Seeing what they can get out of you at the end of the day, man. Seeing what they can drain you of, So you have to be aware of, people like this, man, because we have people like this. Even people that was once amongst us, man, that's no longer here. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shai exposed these individuals, what? They're not around anymore, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you got it, Dr. Let
me see if I can find it. Oh, kind of. Sirach 9 and 13. It says, keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Mm-hmm.
As near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor and consult with the wise. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High.
Read verse 16 also.
It says, and let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glorying be in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, it says, keep thee from the power, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. Who is that man? Esau Edom, man. Because ultimately what? He also sets up individuals, pretending to be, brothers, man. That he sends out, and ultimately what? Tries to, see, what we're about, trying to get information out of us, man. Because Isaiah 33 and 6, it says what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. We're supposed to be using wisdom in the face of these individuals, man. Being careful what we say, being careful what we do. Because a lot of these people are watching, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, I want to jump down to that verse 16. I want to, can you read verse 16 again?
Sirach 9 and 16. And let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glorying be in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, it says, and let just men eat and drink with this. It ain't say everybody, man. You see a brother, I feel like he's listening, he's taking notes. Don't be hasty to credit this individual, but it says what? And let just men eat and drink with thee, man. Mm-hmm. Not everybody, because what? You just don't know what type of nigga, you finna accept into your circle, man. That's why we have to try these individuals, man, to see what they're about. Test their character, to see what they're like, try the spirit by the spirit. That's what we have to be doing, man. All of us, man. From the younger brother on down, from the starting with the eldest man on down, man. Really, using discernment to see what these individuals are about, But let me grab this real quick. Yeah, because everybody, is not a brother, and everybody is not a friend. This is the book of Galatians 2 and 4. It says, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai, that might bring us into bondage, right? Because we're ultimately have men that's disguising themselves, saying that they're a brother, Shalom and Khan and Salaki, basically knowing the basic Hebrew words, but ultimately these individuals is seeing what type of information they can get out of you, and ultimately trying to put the ministry at blame.
Trying to see how they can accuse you also, because it says spy out our liberty,
Yep.
Because, brothers do stuff in their free time as well.
Yep. Hey, and we got to use wisdom, not even when the cameras are off, man. We got to use wisdom even then, man. Because like I said, everybody, you don't know who's watching at the end of the day, man. Like I said, Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. We have to use wisdom, man, not to accept everybody, to use discernment to see what this individual is about before bringing him into the circle, man. And this is the times that we're living in, man. The same thing was happening back then during the time of what? Jude, Yahweh Shai, the apostles. The same things was happening back then, man. Mm-hmm. Not every brother is a brother. Not every friend is a friend, man. Let me see what else I got.
I got one real quick while you get it.
You got it out.
Okay, kind of says, 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yep. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Right. Esau Edom, is using, these different things, setting up individuals to see, ultimately, to get information out of us, to see if we're going to slip up, But ultimately, we have to use wisdom, like I was saying before, discern, things of that nature. But what was that? Sirach 37 and 1. This is the book of Sirach 37:1. It says, every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name.
Yo.
Right? Everybody can say I'm a friend, but ultimately don't show no actions behind it, man. You know, a lot of people, you be using that word friend loosely, man. I'm a friend, but ultimately when, like I said, when trials and tribulations come about, man, hey, they're going to see, they're no longer going to be around, man. And ultimately, individuals that consider themselves being a friend or a brother, they're ultimately here to what? To see what they can get, and see what resources they can get out of you. And ultimately what? They're going to be up out of here, man. To quote my brother Kodar, get them up out of here,
Hey, and if I may say this, Khan, the only thing really that makes you a friend is, being bound by this word, man, by the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the only thing that's gonna hold together a true friendship, and which is really brotherhood at the end of the day.
Yep.
Because all this other shit is just vain.
Yep. And also, if you how can I say it? Anybody that's has that mindset, or anybody that's set up, by Esau Edom to be a spy, to be an agent, man, just know you're gonna be dealt with, man, and know that you're not hiding, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua sees everything.
All right.
But let me see if that was the last scripture I had posted up. Let me see. 1 John 4:1. I don't think I read this. If I might just read it again. This is the book of 1 John 4:1. It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Right, so basically what you basically see if this individual is of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you ultimately test his character to see what he's about, ultimately not to accept everybody, man. It says because what? Because many false prophets are gone out into the world, man. Because ultimately we had individuals that was once amongst us, man, proclaiming themselves to be brothers, to be, men of the Lord, and ultimately what? All of a sudden teaching false doctrine now, It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh. And that comes with discernment too, man. To see what this individual about. Test this person's character. See what this person is about. See what this person be on a daily basis, man. Question this individual. But you had anything, brother?
No, that's good.
So with that being said, we hope this lesson was edifying. I want to end up giving all praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord, when we hope this lesson was edifying to next time, Kwam Yasharala and Abba Babal.
Abba Babal. Shalom.
Shalom.